Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to episode 1 of Road to Sydney Marathon. So a bit of training history. I finished Barossa Marathon about 5-6 weeks ago. I feel like it's been that long. Ran 2:38 in my second marathon ever. Didn't really train too much for it. Just coming off the back of track season where I did the national steeplechase and then felt like I still had some fitness left over. So I decided, why not run a marathon? That 2:38 was enough to get me a spot in Sydney Marathon for the Australian Championship race. So that's going to be a really nice experience. So this is just going to document that road to running the Sydney Marathon. So where I've been, I've had 5 weeks of base training and then 1 week of doing sessions. This week that you're about to see is the week leading into state cross country, which was a 10k course to get that first kind of race effort or harder effort around the training block and put me into the next 8 weeks till I run Sydney Marathon. There is a goal race in 4 weeks also of the state 5k road championships where hopefully I can go under 15 minutes for the first time. So this will document that too. Nonetheless, let's get into the training week. Tuesday, we had a 20 by 400 meter session. Recoveries were a little bit longer than I'm used to, so we were looking at more like 80 seconds for the recovery, even up to 90 seconds for some of them. The goal of those kind of sessions for myself is to start a little bit easier, so talking like just slower than 10k to 10k kind of pace, and then picking it up slowly, getting down to the last couple of reps being at 5k pace or around there. And overall the session will average out to be pretty decent. Not trying to go into the well, but just trying to work through the gears and not go above a certain threshold where the session becomes more of a all-out effort and I'm too sore to do a longer run the next day. Nice and easy. Now, I had a slightly easier couple of days leading into the State 10 cross because I was hoping to get out hard and give it a really honest go to get towards the front. What happened? Well, warmed up well, was feeling good. Course was a lot muddier than expected. And just on the start line, I just really didn't position myself well and kind of let everyone queue up in front of me. There was a couple of races going on at the same time. So I think within our race, we had the open 10K, the over 35s 8K, and the under 18s 8K or 6K, whatever it was. And that just went completely over my head at the start of the race. But nonetheless, I should have put myself up there and get out a little bit harder. I found myself spat out the back straight away. And that kind of changed my game plan to be like, right, let's just tune through these gears each lap. And I ended up kind of averaging around the same pace throughout the whole race, but definitely the last 4K was the fastest. But it just gave myself way too much work to kind of chase down that pack that was starting to fade. And I found they started kicking down for the finish line as I was just about catching up. Shoe choice for the longie, going to Super Blast 2. White Steigen socks, AirPods, a little bit of IRP podcast going in the ears for 2 hours. Get keen. Moving on to the long run. One thing that I've been trying to do more of is in the last 3 weeks, I've averaged about 2 hours for every single long run I've done. Gone 2 hours, 8 minutes, 2 hours, 5 minutes. And this week I just wanted to focus on getting to that 2 hours, feeling strong, not feeling depleted by the end of it, which I did. And I was super happy about. Got through 2 hours over a hillier course than I'm kind of normally going over on a Sunday. Most Sundays I will work, so I find myself either trying to fit it in before work or running home from work, going a longer way. So I can be a little bit tired, a bit more depleted, haven't fueled properly throughout the day. Whereas having the day off work, I got to really focus on eating, and I did my run a bit later in the day and could get that done. 111k this week, 8 hours 30 minutes of running, plenty of elevation, getting me ready for another strong week of training. Have got another week off work, so I'm going to utilize that and try and bank some good training, good recovery, and you'll see all that on next week's video.